Alchemy has a number of ways to add modulation and routing to set up performance controls. So what we can do is we can set any of these sort of envelopes or LFOs to control a certain parameter of our synth. And it's really easy to set up. All you have to do is find a control you wish to affect, so in this case, say the cutoff, and control click on it. That brings up this menu to add modulation. From there, you can just pick any of these options. So we have controls for LFOs, envelopes, sequencer for performance controls, MIDI controls, so you can map it to, say, a pitch bend or a mod wheel, or these performance controls at the bottom. Start off with a kind of simple beginning. I've just set up a kind of square wave patch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the cutoff to be modulated by an LFO. So I'm going to control click on cutoff, add modulation, LFO, and I can pick either LFO1 or new LFO to create a second one. I'll go for LFO1. So straight away that refocuses the view to this new modulation window. And this is my target, is filter on cutoff. And what I'm affecting it with is LFO1 sine. So at the moment it won't do anything because we need to adjust depth. The higher we go with that, the more you get. If we go down the left hand side, you get negative modulation. From there, you can adjust the LFO controls itself. So we've got our rate. We can change the shape. So it's phase, delay, and attack. By putting these attack and delay, you can kind of have a sound that delays the start point. So there we can set it to a quarter, which means it will wait 1/4 note before coming in. Attack gives you a similar kind of effect, but a bit more smooth. For our second modulation option, I'm going to look at mapping the cutoff to an envelope. So if you ever want to delete an existing modulation, just control click on it and clear modulation. That'll put it back to default. So this time I'm going to cut off, add modulation, but this time I'm going to pick an envelope. So I'm not going to use the first envelope as that is already being used for the shape of the sound. So instead I'm going to go to new AHDSR. And straight away again, we've gone to our modulation view and it's snapped over to the second AHDSR. So I'm going to turn my depth up. And then I can draw a shape in. Pull my cutoff down a bit to get more of the effect. You can of course have multiple modulations set up. So I could, for instance, have the resonance controlled by the LFO, whilst the cutoff's being controlled by my ADSR. When you you click on one of the controls, it brings up the relevant modulation options. So if I go to my cutoff, snaps to our AHDSR. If I click on resonance, snaps to our LFO. So it's quite a quick and easy way of changing the focus. What I'm going to add now is some performance controls. So I'm actually going to be using the mod wheel on my MIDI controller to affect a vibrato. So to do that, what we're going to do is go to the fine tuning, and there's two steps to this. I'm going to go add modulation, turn the depth up, so that will give us a vibrato effect, but what I really want to do is have this more live. So what I'm going to do now is control click on depth, add modulation, and this time I'm going to go to MIDI mod wheel. So now we've got this one set up here via the mod wheel, and I'm going to turn the depth up. If you look now, this orange modulation rate goes both sides. So there's no vibrato yet, but as soon as I press my modulation wheel, and then I can maybe change the rate, maybe speed it up to get a more pronounced vibrato effect. And you'll see lots of the presets already have vibrato set up in a similar way.